Okay, it's time once again for 2 hours of hell. Today I'm going to be doing Lemmings. Now, Lemmings has 4 difficulties. We're going to start with fun. I don't know how long it's going to take, but we'll use it as a gauge to see if we can do the future difficulties as later 2 hours of hell. I don't think I'm going to manage mayhem in a 2 hours of hell anytime soon, but we'll go with fun. Might as well start the timer now since we do have control in an odd kind of way. Now the fun levels start off really easy and they continue to become still pretty easy, frankly. I'm going to assume everything looks and sounds okay until I'm told otherwise. Shouldn't be too hard to change. So I played a lot of Lemmings and Lemmings 2 in my childhood, but I can't remember much of the stages right now. Lemmings 2 really improved on the formula, but in another sense it also really cluttered it. And since I am on a timer, I might as well use timer strats of nuking all my Lemmings when I know I've already won. Really the most fun part of Lemmings, blowing them all up. So I believe we have 30 levels to do. And anytime I lose a level, it instantly costs me a few minutes, which is not so hot, depending on the length of the level. But we'll blow through these early ones nice and easy. In this one, all we have to do is get the Lemming to drop down here without dying. If you've never played Lemmings, then man, I feel for you. You have these Lemmings, all they will ever do is walk straight ahead. If they come to a wall, they will turn around. That's all they do. You have to give them skills to overcome the obstacles and get them to their exit. You can build, climb, drop, explode, block, bash, mine, and dig. As I said, these early levels are very easy. They just are made to introduce you to the concepts. This one, for example, if we just didn't do anything, the Lemmings would walk off this edge and die. But we're cleverer than that. You can also increase the rate at which your Lemmings fall out from home. And you can also slow it down, but no slower than how it starts. Now the Lemmings have some tolerance for how far they can fall without breaking their legs and dying. I'd be lying if I said I knew exactly how far that is. I remember using my ruler on the screen a lot when playing this game. I even brought out set squares to try and measure angles to figure out where to do my building from. Got the growing feeling that was getting a bit loud, so I turned that down a bit. The blockers in almost all situations are going to die. What a shame for them. Goodbye. Ender Ola, much like me, seems to be part of it. They used to play it for hours in their youth. Now use miners and climbers. Yeah, what is it? The first 5 or 10 levels are all just explaining the concepts. Miner, probably my favourite, and this is one of my favourite tunes in the game as well. Now the core gameplay did not change between the versions, and there are a lot of different versions of Lemmings. I think the Super Nintendo music is the best, probably because it's the one I grew up with. I had the Super Nintendo version of a lot of classics, Doom, Theme Park, and frankly my list is exhausted there. So even if it was the inferior way to play, I have my nostalgia goggles. Glad I didn't nuke them too early there, I didn't realise I needed 100% there. We need bashers for this. I should pay more attention to how many we need to save. We need to save 10% of these 50. There's always a goal of how many you need to save, and you'll be given limited resources. I'm actually going to bash to slow you down. Okay, well I missed that completely. Lemmings 2 brought in a lot of very useful tools for slowing down, speeding up, and all that jazz. But we are left without that here. I think the music is so good though. It pays to remember these early levels because later in the game, the levels will actually become the same layout but much, much harder. Purely because they give you far fewer resources. Like this one, it's just littering me with bashers, which is exactly what I need to get through. There we go, we are done. I can speed things up right now. I only need 10%, so instead I'm just going to blow everyone up. Good fight, Lemmings. But good night. Being asked why I'm not talking, I'm talking plenty. Why are you not listening? Alright, another one going. Blockers and bombers. Shouldn't be tough. There are lots of hazards in the levels. Like this. That fire would kill a lemming if a lemming could even get close to it. Thankfully, they cannot. Some of the worst puzzles. Now, Lemmings is a great concept. Some of the levels are just awful. Ones where, for example, you have to guess when to start putting your bomber so that he reaches the destination in time. Or where you have to figure out exactly where to use your builder. Guess it was just the limitations of the day, but man, some levels in Lemmings really suck. I'm being asked if I've considered a Finland campaign in Hoi 4. I don't think there's a nation in Hoi 4 where I really don't want to play as them, except perhaps the majors. The fact is, though, there's just more out there to play as than I'll ever really have time to do. Even if I have freed up a good bit of my spare time now. Thank goodness. Builders will help you here, and builders are the most enjoyable one to use, I guess, outside of miners, because I love miners. But where to put your builder? Like, I don't know what angle they build at. Here, maybe? A lot of later levels revolve around extremely precise use of builders. And if you build too much, then you find your lemmings are going to drop off the edge and die. That was actually very well done. If your builder builds... oh shoot. No lemming left behind today. Builders can often also be used like this to delay lemmings making their way, and there is one extremely difficult level which I remember puzzled me for days and days. We won't be coming to it in this because it's not part of the fun levels. Of course not, there was no fun allowed in that level. Jake, what's the funniest bug that you found in the development of Hoi 4? Just a floating block way away from the map. If you go to no clip through the map, you can go far to the north and you just find this block there. What was it doing there? Who even knows? They survived, the lucky beggars. If they fall down to the hole, you can make them build their way out, but hey, I'm trying to tighten the budget here. Okay, I could use a blocker to instantly save these guys, but it's no lemming left behind here. There we go, that's how you do it. Now I'm just showing off, but hey, I can do that. There are harder versions of this level to come. It's just trying to make you think too much about how to use it, when in fact you could just put a blocker here, have everybody walk to the exit, and then blow up the blocker. Speaking of blowing up... as long as you try your best. 90% to save, but shouldn't be too tough. Like I said, I don't think any of this is... oh well. This level is really tough later on, but not right now. Jake, do you even expect to fail a level? I certainly hope not. But if this is nice and easy, it means I can do the next difficulty on a future 2 hours of hell. Was it fun? Something tricky mayhem? Can't quite remember. Sorry state of affairs for whoever is left behind, but they must die. Jake, I don't know whether you get asked this a lot, but what exactly does QA mean? Is it more beta testing, bug fixing, debugging, advice at the meeting table or the drawing board? What is it exactly? Or is it something like no salary but we'll pay you each for... oh, hold that thought. This looks like somewhere that I'm going to want to dig down. He doesn't want to dig down though. But it's no lemming left alive? Not quite. No lemming left to die here. No, no. Whew, that could have gone bad. It's very difficult to select the right lemming in these situations, but I think I got him. Yeah, I got him. Lemmings 2 had it right. Oh, shoot. Lemmings 2 had it right. Where you can actually lock onto specific lemmings. Sorry. Or is it something like no salary but we'll pay you for each time you bring... No, there's nothing like that. Well, QA stands for quality assurance. Making sure the game is of good enough quality. Keep your hair on, Mr. Lemming. 83 to save. How hard could it be? That's all fun, though. We'll be through this in half an hour, tops. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have started with fun. Oh well, what's done is done. It's all about padding out that 2 hours of hell until we can have Silent Hill, right? And the rest is elementary. Anyway, well, I joined as QA. I joined the design team. How long ago was that now? 6 months or so? So now you can happily blame me for everything you don't like in the game. Okay, I want to time this just right. Now he won't climb up that wall and be a pain. Much of the later levels involve very unorthodox use of the tools that you're given. It's hard to have an unorthodox use of, say, climbing and parachuting, but bombing to make a specific path for your guys to use, or building just to make your lemming turn around, or even to fill a hole. Patience, I'm not good at that. Alright, better pause and figure out what's going on. They'll hit into that and walk away and die if I just leave it as is. Okay, I see it. First off, I need a blocker, and a climber, and a basher. Don't care who, just someone has to bash. Please stop bashing. Please stop bashing. Oh, he's dead. Oh well, bang goes that idea. I had a brilliant plan there. It all fell apart. But we'll use backups. Bit slower, bit less elegant, and with 100% more dead lemming. There we go. Lemmings can actually jump up anything that's chest height or lower. And these guys are fine. Except for... well, no one even knew his name. Jake, did you see that the Rant series is getting more English localization? Good lord. Can we just stop this right now and go and play that? Man, I love rants. Okay, I know this level well. Comes in much harder flavors. If a lemming walked off the edge here, they would fall and die, but if they dig through, they get just enough of a lesser of a fall that it will not kill them. Theodoria says, Jake, where did you find this game? Back in 1991 when I played it as a child. Well, I wasn't really a child in 91. Okay, I might have made this a bit tight. I think I have to save 100. Nothing mashing strats won't save me from, though. Oh shoot, he might die. Well, that's his problem. Too good. But yeah, this gets more challenging when you have, say, 80 lemmings to save, and they're already spitting out at a rate of like... actually, no, you have to adjust the rate, because you're also on a timer for each individual level. Yes, Jake, you can surrender now to play rants, but that will mean a single punishment. No, if I surrender, that's 2 punishments, and you know that. Of course, you only care about the one, Origins and Lemmings. Thagnus did such a good job at Double Dragon 3 that he gets to choose the next punishment game. From the list that's already there. Alright, I don't like this level. Just looking at it straight away, I can tell I don't like this level. Alright, we'll have both of you go as ahead parties. Multitasking. I hope that's not too low, otherwise everyone's going to die. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking better than good, we're looking not half bad. You can pause and go around, but you can't assign actions whilst paused. So you do have to get pretty good at multitasking in this game. Jake, have you played any of the custom packs for Lemmings? No. I played some really crappy knockoff Lemming games on the PC. I think it was like Lemmings 3D, Lemmings Paintball. They were all garbage, each and every one of them. But in terms of core Lemmings, all I played was Lemmings 1 and Lemmings 2 on the SNES, no less. Right, one of you are going to be going backwards in a way I don't want you to, I'm certain of it. Like you. Turn around. I think it was my climber. He would have spent a long time faffing about. You guys are cool. Good job. As if it was something worth congratulating. Getting back to that question about QA that was asked, the attitude towards QA will vary from company to company. Fortunately, Paradox have a pretty positive attitude towards it. Regardless what you might think. Yes, I do read the forums. Veteran Vandal says, I'm here to remind everyone that Jake said 30 minutes tops. I don't think even speedrun strats could get this done in 30 minutes. There is... well, maybe they could. Who am I to say? I paid no attention to any of the stats I was given here, so what's the story here? Pillars... I got a lot of building to do to get across here, so it looks like we're going to have a Lone Ranger. If I could give him a name, I think I would call him Funk Missile. Lemmings 2 is a game that I would love to run in 2 Hours of Hell, but it's very difficult to figure out how, because the game is far longer than 2 hours, and there are many different standards to how you can do it. There we go. One climber is probably going to be too slow, all things considered. Look at that, he didn't even make it in time there. It's alright, I always have a solution. He's gonna die, isn't he? Do I have to save 100%? I sure hope not. Alright, time for my solution. I'll trap the lemmings in here. They can punch their way out through this. If they're so inclined. I did give you... good. Thought I might have not given him that. And I don't want to have to go through the effort of saving you in the future, so do that. No lemming left behind. I can't believe I played so much of this game when I was a kid. Looking back on it, it's pretty boring. If you time it just right, you can let your lemming take one step forward after he's finished building his final step, and you can make the overall stairway longer, but the timing is just not worth it in this situation. Also, let's speed up these losers. That's not very long. I reckon I can start punching these guys out now. Or is that going to be famous last words? Alright, you're done. Chill. Jake, just do Lemmings 2 to its bare minimum. The bare minimum itself is also, I would hazard, far longer than... How did you get out? That might have been a little too early. Nah, it's good. I'll figure out Lemmings too. I always figure things out. Obsidian Spectre X says, I remember this game to be hard as hell. First and second ones are not so hard. The second one might be a little long for 2 Hours of Hell, but judging how we do by this, I think we will revisit it to do the harder one. Mayhem is not 2 Hours of Hell friendly. Mayhem is very difficult. Sunsoft is far shorter. It's only 5 levels, but if you know how to deal with them, it's fine. One of them I remember is just a... let me think. 1 in 2, 1 in 4, 1 in... like a 1 in 8 chance of getting it done correctly. Another one I seem to remember the solution for. It's just a case of getting the right solution. They're not long. But they are hard as hell. Done. And done right. Didn't do anything too hasty. Well, I can still kill off 38% of our lemmings. This one's going to be embarrassingly easy. Embarrassingly easy, you said. I wonder how I can mess this one up. Love that music, though. How are you even meant to be able to kill that many lemmings? I could try and not manage. It's games like this that brought me up to be the puzzle master that I am. It's like a bit of history just playing this. If Jake cheats, I'll find where he lives and paint cheater on his walls in bright red. I have not been caught yet. Suppose I could accidentally bomb the wrong blocker. That would slaughter quite a lot of my guys. Maybe I'll try. I'll try to get 38% of them dead. I don't know if the fire at the top of the exit is deadly. I'm going to assume no. Alright, looking good. Away you go. Jake, caught and exposed are two different things. Ah, good point. All that cheating I did in Caesar 3. No one's caught me. Or if they have, they haven't exposed me. Alright, so if it's about that long, I can slaughter about a third of them, so... time to die. Ah, that feels good. Damn. Didn't kill quite enough to satisfy my lust, but it's the little victories. Well, not all of them made it to paradise. Okay, what's the stick here? This fall is probably too far and would kill people, but I'm not sure about that. I feel we need to try and find out. Now what's up with you guys? Ah, you're probably fine. Okay, you're good. Oh, no, you are most certainly not good. You guys are also not good. Where's the next crusher? Okay, well, all of that's pretty not good. How am I meant to know where the crusher is? I mean, I could just be building over all of them, but... could I get a clue, please? Oh, wait, if I had to guess, it's directly under the entry points. That's logical. Anyone remember what percentage I have to save? Oh, okay. Well, happy dying. Oh, nice little trick. If you explode a lemming and he's going to explode destroyable land, like those bricks, he will also destroy some undestroyable land, like that metal. Okay, I have an idea. I'm going to kill everyone on the far left with those splatters. And I'm going to kill most of these guys for my amusement. It's the little things in life. I only need to save 40%. I could have won, but I didn't. Alright, it's your job to save everyone, and let's assemble everyone. It's so hard to get them to punch in the right direction. Whew, that was close. And we'll have you bash through whatever's left there, and we're good. So I'll save over 50%. That's passing marks in my book. In fact, it's too many, so you're gonna die, you're gonna die, you're gonna die, you might die. Lucky survivor. No, no, they don't survive. Good. Jake, couldn't you have ordered one of those to build a bridge mid-flight? You can't start building bridges whilst you're falling. Or climbing, for that matter. It's block and blow. Okay. Alright, this should be nice and easy. Too easy, in fact. Let's not rely on those babby bombers. Rather, babby blockers. Let's believe in our... Oh. Huh, that was nice. Oh, that's not nice. They actually go in there to die. Well, I guess everyone's about to die now. They had a good run. Well, damn. I might make it yet. How many lemmings do I get for this? I hope it's 100. Like I said, who needs blockers? "70 lemmings, 71%. Ah, we're good. It's all about playing the way you want to. It's important to remember the metrics that are tracked in a game. Lemmings cares about how many lemmings I can successfully escort to the exit alive. Doesn't care if they die a few seconds later. Speaking of dying... Ah, tried to trap one. Speaking of dying... It's the little things. Breeze through that level, let's see if you can do the next. Take good care of my lemmings, so I'll take good care of 70% of them. So I can kill 30. Pretty simple, really, just get to the end and build a bridge. They don't even get caught in the bits in between, so really all I have to do is block and build. And that'll be your job. This music's so good though, so good. That should do you. It's probably overkill, but that's what we're doing. Shoot. Be careful, Jake, there's a pit at the other end. Nah, we're fine. Oh, you mean back at the start? That's why I threw a blocker down there. Okay, and a terrible newbie at Lemmings do you take me for? Also, I think it's time for this guy to go. Gotta be efficient, you know? Now, if I was a benevolent man, I would have mined under that lemming so that he would have survived. You can stop a blocker from blocking by mining under him. That's not quite enough. Keep it going. That looks good to me. Snerfu is asking if I can do Atari games for 2 Hours of Hell. I certainly can. If you know of an Atari game, we haven't done one for this yet. If you know of an Atari game that is feasible within 2 hours, most 2 Hours of Hell are reasonably blind, so that's part of the stipulation. And then throw it onto the 2 Hours of Hell suggestion list. There's a link to it just below the stream. Use the submission page, rather. I just delete everything else. There's an Atari game as punishment for you, chick. Is that the Batman one? I think it's the Batman one. So how many do we have to save? It was 70%, right? I think it was 70%. So that means we need 23. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Ah, what the hell? No problem for us. Onwards to the next. Cybex 2. Okay. We are now at Lemcon 1. Again, I didn't pay attention to the numbers that I have to save there. Actually, that's pretty important when I figure out how to do this, so let's just have the one guy pop out and drown and explode and pay attention to what I have to do here. Okay, 60% is needed. 60% of 50 lemmings. That might be 30 lemmings. Okay, I have an idea. I call it Operation Human Wave. Expendable. Still expendable. This one is not. He must survive. So yeah, I learnt a lot from that co-op play as Soviet Union. think we've saved too many though. Just a hunch, so let's just even things out a bit. Makes me feel better about myself. Oh, he's a survivor. Psych. Off to the gulag with those ones. There we go, that was the intended solution, as the developers wanted you to do it. Just copy my every move, and you'll be fine. Oh god, I gotta start reading what it says. I'll just assume it says, do what you want to do. Okay, we need to get to the exit. It's starting to give us a bit more imaginative levels now. I know a trap when I see it, and that is a trap. Not sure if that's going to block any lemmings, but alright, let's just go for it. Enjoying the cool music. 60% 100 lemmings. Why, thank you. Glad someone can read. Oh. That's the worst attempt at an A press I've ever seen. If I had to describe it, it was more of a half A press. Oh snap, thought we'd keep this channel free of that. Oh, what about our lemmings that are going back? They bounced right off of that, so we're fine. This is more where the game comes alive, I feel. Multiple branching parts of a level, and you can't quite be sure what you're going to be getting out of it. I'm sure there's going to be death there, but no lemming left behind in this one. Nonetheless, we gotta get home, lads. Okay, this is unfortunate, they're kind of tied together. That's what this is for. Just one lemming there, though. Okay, this is pretty awful. But we made it. That thing had a bigger range than I thought. It's okay, I'm sure it didn't kill most of our lemmings. Probably killed less than 10. Jake, what resolution are you playing this on? This is Super Nintendo, so... SNES resolution. Hate to say it, but these guys could well be expendable. I'm just gonna assume they are. I don't have time for them. Lemmings too has some more interesting lemmings as well. You get flamethrower lem. But you said 60%, right? We found water, guys. What national ideas do lemmings get? Well, they're slow learners. Ooh, some almost unique music. I think this is Beast 1. They have quantity, that's for sure. Okay, I just need to get through all of this and build my way up to home. It's always more difficult when you start out low and you have to make your way up, but I got this. It gives us plenty of resources, so we'll be fine. If you throw a blocker right there, lemmings will be able to walk through it, but not back through it. It'll take a lot of bashing to get through all of this. So I have an idea. I'm going to dig slightly and then bash. Since I'm bashing a bit of the ground, he won't stop even when he comes to little bits in the middle like that. All is well. 80% of 100, Jake. You tempt me to save all of them, really. Oh shoot, my plan did not work. Oh well. Bashing our way to the bank then. Pretty cool that he's just clearing out things with his bare hands. Lemmings are very respectable creatures. I think they do well with very limited pixels in the sprites too. It gets really cluttered having lots of... Oh shoot, you go quite high, don't you? That's good. If I can just punch when someone is high. Please? Yeah, I'll take it. Actually, looking at it, I would really rather do this in 2 rather than 1. And I'm gonna have you build here so we seal people off as well. We can max out. And that's sealed. So we're swimming in resources. In fun it tends to give you 20 of everything for more open-ended levels. When it goes to tricky and mayhem, the game is not so kind. It might give you like 2 bashers, 3 miners, a few diggers, and like 5 builders for this. And go figure it out. It's a problem for future Jake when he really wants to have some punishment games. I have a bit of fear that they might die from falling, so I'm going to build an extra bit below them. And they'll be fine. One last punch, and we're home free. Except for this guy. He's home dead. Everybody gets to go home except that one guy. What was my percentage again? 80? Too early to feel safe, my friends. After all, home appears to be there, but maybe it's really down here. You don't want to lose your friend now, do you? Go catch up with him. Oh, it would be quite funny if someone was actually just joking and I needed to save like 85%. I'm sure nobody would think ahead to do such cruel things. Nothing to it. Okay, I've lost that lemming feeling. They often have such strange names. But I only need to save a quarter of these 80 lems, so that's 20. How hard could it... Where's the exit? Can I really believe that the exit is over to the left? This is a strange one. I don't like it. Well, I have plenty of time, so I think the message here is get a hero lemming out there. He'll get it sorted. At least the cursor is nice and easy to place and see if he's going to fall through. He will not, but he'll manage to make it up here. Get a bit of extra height. But that extra height would kill him, so let's try and go low. But... okay, no, low is fine. Diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-dee. It's such fun, cute music. This could be a little awkward for building, but it gave us plenty of builders, so we'll be fine. I just need to bridge across one here. It's very easy to just have the lemming slip through, and then he dies. Okay. But we got this. Oddly enough, really looking forward to Sim Night tonight. There's a game that I've been asked to stream a lot, and I suddenly got an itch for it, so that's what we'll be doing tonight. A clever man with that information. We'll know what we're playing. Just getting lag by looking at those guys. I'll prefer to look at Explodey Man there. Maybe there is an exit over to the right. Doesn't seem like something worth going for though. A lot of fire there. When I was young and the internet was a fresh and new thing, I looked up FAQs for a lot of games, but Lemmings was not one of those games. I guess it was just because I was too much of a puzzle master to bother. Konbanwa Lemmings-san. I wouldn't have had a clue when I was a kid. Okay, again I didn't pay attention to the numbers that I need, but I'm sure I don't have to. Sure, I don't have to. "66% of 30, Jake." Yeah, we're probably good. I'm afraid we're too good, guys. Oh, we get to see something rare. Oh. I thought falling lemmings instantly exploded instead of putting their hands on their head. Maybe it was different because he was almost climbing. How even did they survive that? Traps can only hit one lemming at a time, except for water, which shall kill everything it touches. How hard could it be? Netting like this has strange properties. Lemmings just walk up them. Dun, 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 dun. Oh snap, this could go so wrong. Gotta time it just right. Good. Wait, this isn't good at all. I see it. No, no I don't. sort. Okay, not so sorted. Gee, hope I didn't have to save many of these guys. I'm sure it's fine. In fact, it's probably so fine all the remaining ones can die. I'm confident in that. You know, sometimes I amaze myself with perfection. Okay, Nightmare on Lamb Street. I gotta save everyone here. All 2 of them. I better remember that before I just start throwing them all to the wolves. So... we gotta get there. Looks easy. That's all I can really say. Looks easy. There's no good reason not to make them hero lambs. Oh, they're called athletes in Lemmings 1. Oh, damn. All lemmings accounted for, the game says. Of course. Alright, you build up. You also build up. I'm only making him build to delay him. Because I'm a nice guy. Easy does it. Sorted. Oh, shoot! Made the wrong one punch. Okay, that's a problem. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? Not sure if we have enough builders to get us out of this situation. It's gonna take like another 4 to get up to that. Oh well, let's not be afraid. Only 3.5 minutes left, but that's 3.5 minutes more than necessary. That's not how the saying works, Jake. It's alright, I got this. I never didn't got this. Just wanted to make things a bit more exciting. Plus these guys looked like they needed a workout. It would have been too easy to get to the exit there. All lemmings accounted for. Accounted for. Okay, let's be careful out there. I only need to save 25 lemmings, so it should be our goal to exterminate the others. They're just consuming resources on our not so hot supply limit. 25? Damn. Wait, I have an idea. It's so good. It might work, but it also might not work. It'll be an easy way to tell. If you die, my idea won't work. My idea will not work. Okay. Well, I'll make it work. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 dead, 6 dead. Maybe there's more dead than that, I don't know. 7 dead. Let's just say it's 10 dead. 11 dead. 12 dead. 13 dead. And that's all. Well, 14, 15, you know. Oh shoot, what if he goes through the ground? Just thinning the herd, you see. Just thinning the herd. Onwards to paradise. Oh, look, I got more than I need on the map. Dead, dead. Oh, shoot, that could be worse than I'm making it seem. Okay, that's fine. More people than necessary. That level seemed to be no problem for you. Alright, 40 expendable lemmings, and apparently we have to go high, because it says if only we flew. Don't like levels where I have to build up like that, but beggars and choosers. Okay, how am I gonna do this? Build, build, block, build, block, build, block. Seems about right. It's giving me a glut of builders, so I should be fine. Oh, that was close. Might have still been too close. Might have still been too close. That depends. Nope, we're good. Might be too good. Ugh. Yeah, don't want to hang around this area, it's Lag City. Alright, assuming you actually get out there, it'll be game, set, and match. Because no one's going to be in danger anymore. Of course, this is where I just cock it up with the remaining lemmings, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Which is right now. Jolly good. I feel good about that. That could have gone a lot worse. Also, when a builder hits a blocker, they just turn tail. These guys are lagging my game so hard because they're all together like this. Oh, whew, too close. Still would have left a hole there. Okay, and lastly, make sure they all go in the correct direction. And we are done with this level. By my standards, pretty good. How many did I have to save? Now this level is possible with fewer lemming deaths. Like you could build the stairway up here. But not so sure about building out on the right here, because that would set you on fire. Probably still have to use 2 blockers. It'd be quite interesting to look up ways that people have done these levels very unorthodox or saving every possible lemming. Convince Paradox to make Fort Zombie 2. Resuscitate Fort Zombie 1. That'll be the day. Alright, bombers. You did well, but time to go. I like how it doesn't actually count them as dead until all their bits are gone from the screen. Stormed that level. Marvin thinks that level should be doable 100%. Interesting. What a lot of lemmings. Oh, what a lot of lemmings. Her. This doesn't look enjoyable. Okay. Well, straight off the bat, can't have people dying like that. Secondly, okay, people can't jump over that easily. I think I'd rather build, because if I fall, it's just something else I have to build over. The time limit doesn't seem too scathing either. Then again, I'm just going to be burning through this anyway. So we can walk up those stairs. This might trap us, it also might not. Who's to say? I think it would. It wouldn't leave that little hole there if it wasn't going to be a trap. And up we go. Break through and build up and up. Getting up through little holes like that can be a real pain, but we'll do it. Ah, good morning, Yagamoth. Wait, morning? Christ, I need to get my lunch. I was sitting here thinking something is wrong with me. It's like, oh yes, I'm extremely hungry. Well, it happens. Streaming curse, if you will. I'd probably do well to get as much elevation as I can. It's a little dangerous because these metal, anything that's metal, you cannot break through. Unless, as I said, you bomb next to something very destructible. Piece of cake. And in fact, very soon I'll have this in a position where even when lemmings come across, even if they got here before this was finished, the timing was impeccable, and I just ruined it by building extra there. That might not be enough, actually. Well, whatever. I think these guys need to get out. Hope I'm building in the right way. Yes, I am. Good. I'm almost certain I need more elevation there. This is the point where I'd start like using my fingers against the screen to figure out, so I need like a pinky width of elevation. Is this going to be enough? I don't know. Probably not. Don't bash your head now, lemming. As the game said, if only they could fly. That's it. That's all I need. Jake reminds me when chat asked you, "Are you okay, Jake?" He said, "No, please send help or pizza." There was one time I was streaming so much and I was starving. I don't keep much food in the apartment. That's a habit I will break out of when I have vital things such as kitchen. done, and done right. Nobody of value died. That was a pretty useless lemming left behind. I think I'll call it Chie. The worst lemming. Alright, lock up your lemmings, level 30, the ultimate level. So... oh, this will be easy. How many do I have to save? No, it might be 100. I will... oh, shoot. Well, it might be 99. I'll be their savior. I'll be the savior. Oh, fudge. Good enough. Pretty cruel level, because it's very precise for which way a lemming is going to be looking at any one time. But nothing's too tough for us. This is why I should never be put in charge of people. What happened to Johnny? Sorry, he fell in the lava. Didn't you have 20 builders? Yeah. Didn't want to give him one. Oh, sweet. Well, that was fun, Lemmings. I think we'll be back to try the next difficulty in a future 2 hours of hell. Because it was all in good fun, but too easy. Just too easy. Not that 2 hours of hell ever gives me much to sweat about. Okay, so what is next up? It's tricky. So fun, tricky, taxing. That's one I forgot. Now, taxing is something I can really get behind, but not for now. I'm going to peace out for a while. I will be back in the evening for Simulation Sunday. Right now, I need some lunch pretty badly. So just for now, cheers and cheerio.
Let's go.